Hi, my name is Thomas Kim. In this session of video, I'm going to explain how to detect or avoid or prevent resource leak, especially memory leak in C++. Using this technique, you can avoid or prevent resource leak in your C++ program. The very first rule, golden rule, you should keep in mind is that never use low pointers in C++ programming. This is the golden rule. And this is not the second, but it is also don't use C library in C++ program. If you are going to use the C library, then you have to cope with problems that could arise while using C library in C++ programs. If you have to use, then you have to use it wisely. Try to use C++ standard library, and if you cannot, for compatibility with some code developed by some other people, then if you have to use C library in C++ program, you have to use it very carefully. The primary reason, exception is the primary reason of resource leak in C++. Exception is a very powerful feature. It's my favorite feature, one of the favorite feature of C++ language. So you have to prepare your code exception safe. So this I will explain why exception is so much important and why you have to pay so much attention to exceptions in C++ program. Don't leak resource in C++ application. This is a new series of my video, and in this series I will explain how to avoid resource leak in C++ program. If after watching my videos, this series of videos, don't leak resource leak in C++ application. If you watch my all videos of this series, you will actually never leak a single byte or a single bit of your resource in C++ program. To follow this session of video, you have to watch my previous two videos, especially two videos in this channel, and you can download the source code from this website, Talk Play Fun, Bison and Flex. I will put the link in the comment in the section below. I will download files, sample files here. Okay. Now I open the folder. Here I close it. Here I will unzip it. Unzip. Then I will rename it. Rename Y resource leaks in CPP solution. I name like this. Then copy it to my working folder. While resource leaks in CPP solution, I'll open it. This is our previous solution from my previous video. First, before I explain, I will talk about you should never use low pointers. You should never use low pointers. Never use low pointers in C++. Okay, I will talk about it. So this is our previous session. I will right click, start the project, and I will rebuild all. I will change it to Win32 rebuild. You have to watch my previous video to follow with me. You have to watch this video to follow with me, these two videos. Here, now I will run this solution, Ctrl F5, then it detects resource leak, memory leak as before, as in previous video, and posting string is dangerous practice. So I will fix this one first. Class, go to this win, then init instance. Then here, this is we created memory leak intentionally here. I will remove it, save it. Then here we posted a message on edit, posting here. When see, this is a C pointer. We are posting pointer, C pointer to window main. See, this class AFX main wind will return mainframe wind. So we are posting mainframe wind, a pointer, C string pointer. It is very dangerous practice. For example, if we create a pointer here, as you see here, this is a C string pointer. Then we do some work. Here. Some serious work here. Then we post, for example. Then one thing we can actually do like this, but I told you never use low pointers in C++. So this is not good way of working programming in Windows, especially using C++. It's not good way, because I will explain why it is bad in a few minutes later. And if we post message, then this message will be called here on catch processing. Here it catches the message like it. This is LW parameter is a string pointer. Instead, in my previous session, I explained don't do this. Okay, so it catches and uses the string, then delete. Don't do this. And as I told before in my previous session, as soon as the pointer comes here, then put convert the pointer to unique PTR, then do your job here. Okay, so this is very important because you are very likely to forget delete p string, delete the pointer. So to always do like this. And before we send, this is very bad practice, I said. Instead of doing this, we always should do like this. std unique ptr c string, then uptr new c string, This is a bit better, but not perfect. I said this practice is a little bit better, but not perfect. Then you can use this UPTR. Now we are sending here. Sending. Now reset. UPTR reset. No. Release. You should not do like this, cat. If you do this, you are causing trouble. Okay, let's try it. Here. Crash. The reason because UPTR is unique PTR possesses, owns the resource it has. So this get actually returns pointer, but when this unique PTR UPTR goes out of this scope, then it releases its memory. It deletes its memory. So instead of doing this, you have to do this release. It should release its ownership. Okay, so it's very important. Then let's run again. Ctrl F5. Then it should work. See, it should work. Now I am testing a memory leak here. We put a memory leak class MEM leak. I think we have to put header file here. We have to include MEM. Say I inserted. Then here again, we can say now it's catching. We have to post. Here we have to post on edit posting here. Memory leak check. Then on edit posting, I will change like this. Then if we test it, it will warning. It will say memory leaked. Say memory leaked, right? But it's actually not memory leak. Post message returns immediately. So, but send message returns after when the sent message is processed. Okay, immediately before possibly the sent message is processed. So we have to change it to testing purpose sent. Okay, then it should be send. Okay, it should be send like this, send, and I said post message returns immediately before the sent message is processed. Before the sent message is possibly processed. However, post message send message returns after when the sent message is processed. So it is blocking the message and it is not. So if we run this way, then I will rebuild it. Okay, let's try it. Ctrl F5. This is a bit better, but not perfect. So we don't have memory leak. Okay, So you have to understand the concept between post and send. But post is post. It will run. It will one. It will one a memory leak, but actually it is not memory leak. Okay, so let's try it. It will run. It will run memory leak, but it is not actually memory leak because we catched it. We catched it here and properly removed. This is a little bit better solution. So because we cannot post unique PTR. This we have to post pointer like this, but as soon as we send the pointer, we have to catch it to unique PTR again, and we have to um, properly uh, properly manage the resource. And this is not perfect impact. Sometimes it can still cause problem resource. It can still cause resource leak, especially say I will try the. I will show you once again. So for example, this is a window. I will create one more window here. Two views. If I send a message from this view to this view, for example, what from this view to this window? What if, for example, if I send a message from this view 1 to 2, what if it is post message but it's closed? Then the memory is leaked. You understand? So, for example, if I send message from here, from this folder window, from this window to this window, after sending the message, if it is before it catches the message, if this window disappeared, I mean closed, then resource leak happens. Such kind of resource leak is very hard to manage. However, if you watch my video, next video, not this one, next video, you can manage your resources centrally. So you will never leak a single byte in your C++ program. So you should watch my next video, not this one. Now, this one is also important. Now I will tell you why exception is so important, and it is not only important why exception is so you have to care about exception so much. So much. I will tell you about that. So I will remove them. I will create here a function, a simple function, for example, intn. It computes return, for example, n times n plus 1, 2, like simple function like this. But if n greater than, for example, 7, then it cannot process, for example, then it should throw std. I will add here. I need to include the exception class here. include exception, and I need to another one include IO stream, and another one std studio IO, okay, using namespace std. Okay, and I will also add functional and memory as well. Okay, so here we are throwing range out of range. range error, for example, range error. We are throwing range error. Uh, function sum n should be it means greater than 7 means uh, less than great 6 is we can compute the 6, right? So it should be less than 7, right? So yeah, throwing if n is greater than 7, for example 8, we are throwing if n is greater than 7, for example 8, it should be less than 8, less than 8. So 7 can be processed, right? If 7 it doesn't hold, so it is executed. This way, if n is greater than 7, for example 8, then it will throw. Now here we are making some dynamic allocation, for example int ptr, now new int. I will just do like this, and I will initialize one. For example, here for int I, it should be 1. 1 is okay. I, for example, 10 plus I. Now we are computing. I will say okay, ptr. Yeah. No, I will make it array like 10 array. Okay. Then I will use I, so it should go from 0, right? Here we are computing sum like this, I plus 1 like this. Yes. Yeah, initializing this array. Then after this we are deleting. We display cout, cout. You can say okay, cout. We will display it here. Cout ptr I, then like this, and here cout and there. Now let's run it. It will crash. This program crashes. Now let's try it. F5. Crashed, right? What? The reason it crashes is it is throwing. I will print like this. I plus 1. I changed it like this. Let's try it. One, two, three, 7. It crashed, right? Now, the reason it crashes is because it throws when in this block. So we want to catch it. Try. Like this. catch std range error, for example. Now we will move it, we will do like this. Wow, we caught exception, but memory leaked, 40 bytes leaked, because we haven't deleted it yet. But let's delete, delete PTR like this. I will talk about it. This is not good. Anyway, then what if the exception doesn't occur? Okay, let's try it. Now we don't have resource error and memory is released properly here because we caught exception and deleted. In this case, this is most people actually do, but in some case I will put it here, for example, like this, and if it is successful, then I'm going to delete it, delete PTR like this. I said this is not good, I delete like this, and I put message PTR deleted like this. Now I run it, Ctrl F5. Here it becomes, it's not accessible, okay, anymore, so I'll remove it. So resource leaked, 40 bytes leaked, because this message is actually never PTR deleted, will be never displayed. PTR deleted was never displayed, right? Because when exception throws here, this line is actually not executed when exception throws, then it control comes here. So the best way would be put it here, right? Most people do like this. Then if exception hasn't occurred, then we have to put delete here, delete PTR. In case when exception doesn't occur. If exception occurs, then it will clear here. Okay, I will first remove it. I will put like this. Now let's run it. Crash it. So I will fix this problem. Yes. So the logic is like this. Oh, I programmed like this. For example, if exception occurs, if exception does not occur, then it will delete. Okay, so I can say if exception does not occur, then it will delete from here. Okay. If exception occur, then it will delete here. Okay. Now let's try it again. Crash it. One thing you should, if exception occurs, then it deletes, right? Then it pulls down here, it deletes again. Here comes the problem. So whenever you delete resource, then you have to set null PTR like this, okay? So this is one of the rules. Whenever you delete resource, set it to null PTR like this, okay? Then it will fix the problem. Okay, it fixed. However, However, if we left it, for example, if we left it, then sometime later we fix this, we think this is unnecessary. So we try again. It crashed. Why? Oh, Tom told me that once we delete resource, then put PTR to null PTR like this. Tom told you. If you put this, it will not delete it again like this. Okay. But this way of programming is really bad because of throw. This is very simple logic. But when you program, this can be sometimes really difficult situation will happen. So this is very bad practice. The best way is I told never use row pointer in C++. So you violated this rule. Copy it, put it here. Now you have to use std unique smart pointer int like this, smart pointer uptr or ptr, then allocate it here. See, allocate it here like this. Okay, then you can use, it's wrong, it's array. It should be like this, array like this, and here then it should be uptr, then it should be uptr. Then we don't need this, we don't need to delete by ourselves, and we don't need this, and we don't need this. See, it's very clean code, you know. If you use smart pointer, the code becomes very clean and safe and simple. So we will turn it on, throwing, it will throw, but it will never leak resource. Whatever you do, it will not leak resource. So whenever possible, when almost never use row pointer like this in C++ language. Okay, this concept is actually very important, really important. So now I will tell another story about exception. Why exception is so important but so difficult to handle in C++. I will close all other application. Then I will tell you another thing about exception. In C++ program, don't use C library. In C++ program, please don't use C library. If you have to use C library, then you have to be very smart, very careful, in fact. Now in this program, this is the program we have done in our previous session. So you have to watch my previous session to follow with me this video. Now we are going to use a file. Most of the program is something like this. For example, if I am going to develop database program, for example, C database, I will say database, base open p data p and I say db. I would say db. Okay, then I would say db db open, and we give some URL, database URL here, connection strings here, password, credentials, something like that, user input, blah blah blah, something like that. Then we do our business, we do our code here, some code comes here, database code. Then after use, we do like this, db close, db, something like this, for example, like this. Okay, or such kind of job is very typical, I think, or sometimes it can be pointer, pdb. This is typical C-based programming technique, db, like this. Okay, some program opens db, then after business we close db, pdb. Say pdb. This is very typical C way programming. So you should not do this in C++ program, because if instead of database, I will give you a simple simple example. Okay, we are using file instead of database. File, I say p file, like this. Now we open a file. I will add here, we need some header file. Here I need exception. What I need is memory. Memory includes smart pointers memory. Then include to file open stdio standard library. Then now I will using namespace std. I will simply do like this. Then here we are going to open file. See, file open err not error. Then file open as this is a C style file. Then p file. Then file name will be hello cpp txt. I will open like this. File write mode wr w, for example, like this. I open the file. If error is not 0, means file open successful. It means file open successful, not 0. Or you can just say like this. Okay, like this. It means file creation successful. File open or creation successful. Then we do some work here. For example, for inti for I 10 plus I. Then fprintf p file. I will say fprint s. It probably I have to do this. Okay. Then character format will be I love it. For example, %d, and I will put numbers here. Sum I haven't created the sum function. Actually, we created the sum function before. Here, I will copy it. Sum. I will remove it. Here, some calculates and saves. Then it means the file is open. Okay. File open. Say I will change it like this. File not open. File not open. If file not open is 0, then file is open. So I will do like this. Not open, inverse of not, negative of not open is open. So this way. Then we close file here. F close, F close, FP file. Most people do program like this. Okay, most people, those who are complaining about the resource leak, they are doing program like this. It causes not only resource leak, you are making your program very unstable. Now let's try. Ctrl F4, F5. Crash it. Okay, crash it. The primary reason is also again throw this exception. So this throws exception. So we have to catch it. How? It's easy, right? Try. Then here, catch. Catch. How do you know? I made this program, I made some by myself. But if this comes from a library, then you don't know if it is exception range error or not. If this sum function throws exception or not, if you have done it by yourself, you implemented this function yourself, you probably know. But if it is coming from library of some done by some other people, it's hard to understand if it is throwing or not. So exception, you always get prepared for exceptions. Okay, so in this case I don't know what exception will come, so we do like this. Okay, so I close it here. Then if exception doesn't occur, then it comes again, then I close it again like this. Okay, then now let's try it. Ctrl F5. Okay, it's done. Now let's see if this file is open, created. Here, this is here. No. This debug here. Now let's try MFC console. Okay, created. This is the result we created. But this way can be very complicated as your program. This is very simple program in fact. But if your logic becomes more complex, this becomes really hard to handle properly. The best way to handle such a thing is also again use standard C++ library. Use C++ library rather than C library. Okay, C library. For example, if you are using like a stream, file stream, std, f stream, fo stream, for example, or f stream, this way is much, or fs, this way is much better than it is. This file stream is C++ file stream is prepared for exceptions, but C file is none. However, if you have to use it, you have to use it wisely. You have to use it. So instead of relying on catch this way, we don't need it if we use properly. So after opening this, so it is open properly. It is open properly, right? It is open properly. Here, STD, unique PTR. Here, file, and this is not enough. File, okay. I will say that. UP file. I will change like this. Then I put this name. Is it possible? Like this? Like this? And what should I put here? Is it okay? Should it be fine? Let's try it. Crash it. Okay. So we have to change it. We put here file pointer delete. We need delete action. For example, here file close. We have to say int pointer. Here file pointer. Then here we say f close. See, it closes file. So if it goes out of this block, then it closes file automatically. So we don't need these things. We don't need try, catch. Yeah, we still need because exception can occur. So this way we can delete file. So it deletes. Let's try again. We delete it. Then it open. See, not this one. Create it. Okay. If we try test it, let's see. This way, we will have to use unique PTR like this. Then it is exception safe. Exception safe. Instead of putting this, we can put it this here. Here. Like this. Then if exception occurs, if exception is thrown here, then it automatically closes this file. Okay? So this way, you have to unique PTR in such case. So this way is very handy and very efficient, and your code becomes clean. You never need to worry about exceptions from now on. In this way, then your code becomes very clean and you don't have any resource leak. In this session of video, I said exceptions and why exception is very tricky, risky in C++, how to avoid that, and how to use unique PTR to catch exceptions. Finally, I will give you another way to do this. Another way using is a struct, file, close. I am creating a simple structure, void operator. You can put anything, file pointer, fptr. I make it like this. I'm creating a member function, f close, like fptr. I made it simply like this, and I can put message like std, cout, closing, file. So I will wait before program ends. C in get. I will wait. Now let's try it. No, not this. We create a structure here. Then we can use it like std, unique, ptr, here, file. Then we are using this closer. I will say file closer. We use this structure here. Then u up file like this. P file. Please note that this P file is FP file is actually this one, C file pointer. Then let's see how our program works. Control F5. See, closing file. Then program ends. This way we can close our file like a file pointer automatically here. Another way is like this. Another way doing the same thing is using how do I say lambda expressions. Now I will use lambda expressions. Void. This is function pointer, and argument would be file pointer. I'm using the lambda function. Then here the argument is file fptr again, and I'm going to create a block like this. Okay, then it's done. Say void like this. This is return value. So here again you can say cout file closing in lambda like this, lambda, and f close here, fptr. We are using lambda function, so I will make it look better. For example, this is the first argument. This is lambda function I used. I think lambda function syntax is pretty ugly. In fact. Now let's run it. Same. File closing in lambda. So this way, using unique ptr, I first used an file closer. I made a struct and used it like this, and then I used lambda. I used the function pointer here as argument. Then I used the lambda. This is third way, and the first way is this. Second way, this is the first way. I use the function pointer here, then I use f close directly. This is second way. This is second way. This is the third way using lambda. So lambda is very useful, and each syntax looks at first if you have seen it, it looks very complex, but in fact it's not that complex. It's pretty simple. So in next session, I will talk about how to avoid resource leak using inheritance, class inheritance. I will talk about in my next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and also give me like button if you like my video. Thank you for watching.